Alright, what's up guys? Gonna do some laps here at Bathurst. I didn't record my first about 15 minutes on track, so I'll show you what I've done so far. First stint was just with my interlagos setup. I got down to an 18.8, but then I pulled it off because I thought I had full fuel, but I didn't, so yeah, good times. Then I realized I wasn't recording anyway, so it doesn't matter. Right now, track, when I started it was 71 and 72, now it's 70, 72. One thing I've kind of noticed is the track's bumpy, so this car doesn't like bumps. So right now, after I did those laps, I actually I'm experimenting with the dampers on the back. It was at like I think interlagos is at 3 and 5. But I just went into kind of experimenting, so I took this down to 1 and this up to 10. So I'm just kind of testing to see what the car is going to feel like over the bumps like that. My thought process is if it's a bump, it'll kind of go up, tire wheel will go up fast, and then I put a little bit more rebound in to kind of control the wheel as it comes out of its stroke. And that's about it. I really like Bathurst. I think I was like first exposed to it in the 90s when like ESPN like would just randomly, and it was like the worst times ever, they'd show the V8 supercars. I think I saw a handful of those races and always loved them. But usually when we saw a race, it was Bathurst. So, pretty iconic track even back then. I really like it too because it goes along with my theme of liking tracks that are basically roads, because this is a road. I don't know, I just enjoy all the ups and downs, the twists and turns. Going up the mountain, going over the top of the mountain, and going down the mountain. Like usually I don't like downhill sections, but this downhill section is just the best. Constantly slowing down ever so slightly. It's on your tippy toes. Good camber right there. Just like the whole suspension just binds up. You get tons of grip. I love that corner. Up to fourth real quick. Then back down to second. Gonna miss my apex. A little wide there. I like to try and get as close to that wall as I can without hitting it. So now I gotta kind of pay attention to what the rear end's doing, see if it feels better than it did previously. That dude is flying in that Audi, and I think I'm not doing too hot either. Barely quicker than him. And now I've been kind of breaking around that 200 mark, third gear. And I'll go up to fifth gear just for a split second. Back down to third. Missed my apex. Got a purple second. Here I've been breaking around like 75, 70. That felt more closer to 75, 80, and it was a little early on braking, I believe. Up here I'm kind of braking about 110, 115. Kind of let these tires get warmed up, going for the later apex there. I kind of feel like the rear end's a little bit better right now, but I'll tell you right now when we go up over here, because I've been doing this flat out, but oh wow, I think that is better. I just had to kind of feel it out, even though it kind of got wide on me. There was a much more controlled tail coming out, where before it was just so much more jittery, where that was kind of just one motion. So that is exciting. I'm scared right now. I'm a wreck. Ooh, that was close. You just always feel like so on the edge when you go through that little section. Flip gear again real quick. Always want to brake sooner rather than later on this downhill section, because if you brake late, you're just probably not going to stop in time. Yeah, too conservative. Yeah, I need to adjust the front rebound or front dampers now too. That's where I feel like I'm getting a lot of that PO going out. Rear's feeling a lot more settled, but that front, like, it just jumped up right there. Yeah, rear end's a lot better. We'll be keeping that adjustment. Yeah, it's even better through here now. Never go to second gear when I want. I might just keep it in third gear. Actually, I'm gonna try that next up. No, damn good line through there. But yeah, I'd love to get this front end to stop bouncing like that. Wrong gear, first of all. Pretty good line through there, a little bit later apex. I kind of forced myself to brake later, and that's still almost too soon in braking, so looks like I need to brake more around like 60 to 65 meters there. Track went down a degree finally, ambient still 70. We just get that front end to settle down. Pretty happy. Yo. Rear end's definitely better through there. I'll keep making adjustments on too, see if I can get it even better. Right now I want to kind of focus on the rear end and then maybe adjust both of them together after that. It's just so much. I have a lot more confidence going through that top section now. It's not quite as sketchy. It's 50. I'm gonna keep it in third. I know it's just not gonna do that corner correctly if I keep it in third. All right, that's just kind of be an awkward spot. I'm gonna have to take a while to figure out. Missed all of that. And we're gonna go back another click on the brake bias. 1%, I mean. Go for a late apex, no curb. Another purple sector. I just need to put together some good laps. My bad, I just realized that Twitch link's still up there. To get rid of that, I'll get rid of one straight away. Mess that up a little bit. So hippity hoppity. Hippity boppity hippity hoppity. Definitely pushing the car faster through there than normal. So it felt like it even though I was going to red. Slow down, baby. Then you almost get on the throttle. Sometimes if you feel like you're going to apex too early, instead of letting out on the wheel, I'll just mat the throttle and hope it pushes a little bit to get the right rotation out of the corner. Now see, I wonder how much not having the bump stiffness in the rear is hurting me on the straightaways, because I'm pretty damn slow on the straightaway. And that might just because I don't have the bump stiffness. Keeping the aerodynamics nice and level. The under tray level like it needs to be, so that's kind of interesting. I don't know, straight line speed seems okay there. Let's keep feeling it out. It's a pretty good line, but woo! It's just blah, blah, blah. It's rocking all over the place. Ooh, that was a good line. That was so close to that inside wall. Little slide, completely controllable. That was my best line through there yet. It's so hard not to early apex that corner. I think I figured out the trick when to downshift to second gear there. You have to do it after you come out of that right-hander, basically. Woo, she's hooked up. You're gonna need to take the curb on that and just figure out the bounce. That was lap 7 of the run. I was trying to push that as hard as I could on purpose. Alright, so we now have a baseline, force easy. I just feel like I spelled that wrong. I feel like I'm missing a letter somewhere. What are the tires doing? They're fine. All even. The wear is actually pretty even. A little bit more in the front and the back. Alright, so let's see. Just trying to think. Handling wise, we took out bump stiffness, so that's gonna slow down the weight transfer to the front. So if we take out this, it's gonna do the same thing. Under braking. Yeah, under braking is going to transfer weight slower to the front, which will cause more understeer in the car or less oversteer, however you want to look at it. And we'll increase the front rebound. Might as well just do this because that's what we did in the back. More rebound stiffness is going to slow down the wheel as it comes out of its compression stroke. Or is it in its expansion stroke? So on the front, you're adding more stiffness, you're slowing down the rate at which that wheel can basically come back to its original state. So that means, sorry, I'm distracted. So it slows down the rate, so that means it's going to slow down the weight transfer to the rear, which is going to cause more a slower weight transfer, so it's going to feel more stable. That won't be such an abrupt change in dynamic of the car, which usually leads to more understeer or less oversteer. So what I'm interested in is what it feels like over bumps. That's what I care about. And hopefully, I mean, honestly, both those characteristics I talked about it did to the car aren't things I wouldn't be upset right now if they're in the car, because I haven't got to the point where I feel like understeer is a problem. I mean, always like a little bit, if I can still have the rotation and still have the cold tires. Cold tires. Keep forgetting about cold tires on that first corner. So we'll see. Like I was saying, if I can still have good rotation coming out of the corner and I have more security in the rear end, then we're winning. But like everything, it's a balance. You know, you go too far, now you got understeer in the car, so you need to kind of bring it back. So you always need to know what side of that balance you're on and how much you need to readjust it. That didn't feel like quite the same jump as it did before. I'm not going to go full throttle through here the first lap because the tires are cold. I feel like you're asking for trouble if you do that unless you're an alien. And by all means, do as you do. But ain't no aliens watching this. I don't know if it's placebo, but that felt good. Oh, I forgot to adjust my brake bias in the garage, so we'll do that on the next straight to get it back to where it was in the previous run. That went downshift in time. It's my fault. One more click to the rear again. A couple spots I'll really be able to tell if this helped the front end over bumps. Point them out when I get to them. And got another quicker rear brake bias. These fronts were locking up just a little bit right there. It's interesting, I'm already able to hold straight line speed there. Yeah, I feel like that helped the front end for sure. Still rocks a little bit, but it's not quite as jarring. It's not at the same magnitude. Alright, here's what I'm really going to be able to notice as I come up over this little hip right here. See, that lifted up, but that wasn't the same. That's because I leaned into that jump. I'll do a normal line next time. That wasn't really a fair line through there. Just wanted to really test it. The track's gonna start getting quicker. Looks like the sun's going down. See what the track temp's like when I get back to the straightaway. Track's still 71, ambient still 70. That's good for testing. That just changed there. Just so weird, I'm so slow right here. On a straight line. Whew. That felt more manageable than before. Oh. Too fast, I missed my turn-in. If there's one corner I feel like I have too much understeer, it's that last corner. Yeah, it's not behaving like it was before. I mean, it jumps, but it's like a predictable jump that doesn't scare you. So the whole motion's just slower, more control. Oh boy, almost hit the wall. Had to get out of it. Turned in too early. Well, happy with those little things I learned about the dampers, trying to help out with bumpier tracks. Now I know the approach to take. Of course, I can do a lot more testing. I could just move them both up by like a factor of 5 and see how that affects the car. Move up just the rebound more, the bump more, just kind of mess around with both of them, kind of fine tune them, see what they do. That's what I'd recommend doing if you guys feel so inclined to keep experimenting and learning. But I'd recommend getting some laps under your belt so you know what the car's, you can feel the difference in the car. I just felt like I could make those adjustments a little bit sooner than I normally would, or I have, because I'm getting a little more familiar with the car, and it wasn't more of a handling thing I was adjusting, it was more of like a behavior, if that makes any sense. Like just, like I'm kind of doing this
on the left.
same thing but a different approach in the RSR portion. I'm all learning with those like dampening slope angles, like you want them up high for flat tracks and curb strikes, but you want them down low for tracks like this. So I imagine it's kind of similar to that in some aspects. Now, I'm really not afraid of that curb there. It kind of lands, bounces once, and then it's okay. Alright. I'm gonna keep that, because that's helping just create a better baseline. Now, let's just do one more thing like I was saying. Let's just experiment, because what's this go up to? 18, so let's just go up by 5 all around and see what happens. See if we can feel a difference in the car. Actually, let's not go. We'll go up by 3 and 5. Because I feel like I might be going in the wrong direction with the bump, and I might be going in the right direction with the rebound. Let's just. I think that's more of a proportional change that makes sense in my convoluted head I've made up the science in. Pretty much just purely experimenting, see what it feels like. Cold tires, but some interesting things are happening. I almost get the feeling like the car is more in the track altogether, like it's not, it's really starting to have a good rate with the bumps, the whole wheel assemblies. It just feels like it's really keeping in contact with the road as much as possible, but that was just something I faintly sensed I thought I would tell you guys about. Could be fully placebo. Ooh, no, that was interesting. That didn't catch as much air. It kind of almost rode up over the curb. Understeer through there. Could probably work a better line through there though. This is interesting. Video's gonna be a little bit longer, half an hour. I might call this the first 45. I just want to run this out and see how it does over a couple laps. I call it after that. Being honest, that felt a lot like the previous setup. Here's what I'm interested in. Like that was, yeah, it's like it's hitting the bumps now, but you're not feeling it as much. It's not coming in. It's oh. Horrible line on my part. Down a second about right there in the corner seems like a pretty good recipe. I just drove it in too hard there. Track still 71, ambient still 70, so again, good for testing, hasn't changed. Man, the lighting right here is really screwing with me on entry. Barely hit that inside curb, messed me up. Don't wreck it, buddy.
Go to the bottom.
Always appreciate that, especially when they're coming out of the pits. Yeah, see right there, it just, the tires are staying in contact with the ground, so it's skipping over. That's a difference from when I first started. That felt fun. This is fast and fun, boys. That was amazing through there.
Car stopped on the right.
I felt faster than I've almost gone through in any car ever, but even though I know I wasn't faster, it's like, oh, hold on there. I don't even care. I don't even care how good that was going through the top of the hill. I know this is where I'm good. I'm good. I know everything I need to know. Alright, so this is a little bit different. First 30 than our traditional first 30s have been. A lot of that comes from just being comfortable with the car and the track. Like this track, I've put a lot of laps on this track. I've got a couple weeks of driving this car under my belt now. I still hate how high these freaking wheel gap is there. That's absolutely criminal. in a race car, but I digress. Yeah, I don't know, just a lot of different factors as to why that was not me just running out laps. I mean, probably the biggest factor was the pogo of this car. You know, the pogo is real, so that kind of like grabs your attention, and you want to start working on that. And learned a little bit. So it was a pretty big lesson. Learning that this will help out with bumps and just overall keeping the tire on the road as it's going over the bumps. Like, here, let's see. Focus. So right up here is like where it's gonna get really. Oh, it's not fixed. That car. Huh? Oh, it won't even do it. Spin around, hurry, quick. I agree. So that one's bouncing a little bit, right? But it just, that section just feels so much better. As far as like, as far as how those tires are bouncing over the bumps. Because when I first, here, let's watch this. Let's watch this in like a pretty decent lap through there, and we'll see the difference. So this is where I like the dampers, right? See, the tires are going up and down, but you're not hearing like the tires actually squeal. Now let's go to, this looks like it's a pretty good quick, how's this? Let's put it in. Alright, let's see what this guy's like out there. See how it's jumping? See how the car's just like jumping? You can hear the tires just ever so faintly, but you can hear those tires not having a good time. Like, hey, let's even watch it go through turn 1, because that's pretty obvious too. Or turn 2. We'll watch the whole top of the hill, pre-dampers, and then we'll watch whole top of the hill post. But like, you really notice it right here. See, it just leaps in the rear. That's where you're slowing down that rebound so it doesn't leap up like that. And then just all through there it's leaping. It was leaping up over this crest, which was causing me to be very cautious going into that. Alright, so let's go back to... This is with the dampers adjusted. I really don't notice anything different there from this shot. See how it just doesn't have that same kind of leap coming up over that. It's a little bit of leap, but the tires, like, see, it's not lifting the rear tires up off the ground. Then you go through here, yeah, it's bumping, but you don't hear it. See how the whole car looks more stable and you don't hear the tires going? Then here it's just hooked up. Oh, I missed that one up. Wait, where's my fast lap? Because I want to see that when I had a lot of fun going through the... Oh, here it is. Because I got through the top pretty good here. again, that slide was just because I was carrying more speed through the corner because I had more confidence that the car was just going to stay there. See, like right there, oh, it's just so nice through here. Like to get up over that curb and it's not even doing anything. Yeah. Alright. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Good luck racing this week. Might do a little bit more experimenting with the dampers, but for now I'm just going to leave it there. And I'll see you guys next time.